Hi everyone, we're going to find the derivative of each trigonometric function. This is part 4 and the last part of this section. So the first thing I'm going to do is rewrite this and write this as 3 halves. And I'm going to write this as 1 over cosine minus sine over cosine. And put the x's in. So basically this is going to be 3 halves. And we're going to have secant x minus tan x. Now we just have to take the derivative. So we're going to get 3 halves. And derivative secant is secant x tan x. And then minus the derivative of tan of x is secant squared of x. And that's basically it. You can factor out a secant. And that's going to be tan of x minus secant of x. Leave it like that. Or you could say, take this one if you wanted to, and you could write 3 halves secant x tan x minus secant x is tan squared plus 1. And then just distribute that negative. And that's going to be minus tan squared of x minus 1. Alright, then you could factor out the tan and all that good stuff. Anyway, here's another one. We're going to take the derivative of this using our quotient property. So I'm going to take the derivative of y. I'm going to write the denominator first. Derivative of secant is secant x tan x. And then you subtract your secant x times the derivative of x, which is just 1, all over your denominator squared. So the thing I'm going to do is go ahead and factor out a secant x. And you get x tan of x minus 1 over x squared. And the last two we're going to do are these kind. And so the first one, we're going to take the derivative. We have 2 product rules we're using. So for this one, we're going to write 2x. Then the derivative of sine is cosine. Then you do plus sine of x. And derivative of 2x is just 2. So that's the first part. And the second part, we're going to write plus, write down your x squared. And the derivative of cosine is sine. Plus, then we're going to write cosine times derivative of that, which is 2x. Alright, now clean this up. We have this right here. Let me rewrite it because it's on this is 2x cosine x right there. Well, we actually have 2 of these. So that means that's going to be 4 of them. And then we have this part. This here is 2 sine of x. And this part here is, this should have been a negative. So it would be minus x squared sine of x. Right? And that's it. The last one is this one. So what we're going to do is take the derivative of h. And I'm going to write 5 theta. Remember, theta is like your x. The derivative of theta equals 1. And then the derivative of secant is secant theta times tan theta. Then we do this piece. So we're just going to write plus secant of theta times 5. Now let's do this one. So this one we have plus, and we're going to write theta times the derivative of tan, which is secant squared theta. And then we have to write tan of theta times 1. And after this, there's not much you can do. So basically our answer, if I write it out nicer, 5 theta times secant theta times tan theta plus 5 secant theta plus theta times secant squared, and then plus tan of theta. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.